Good morning, Sarah. Do you have a minute for a coffee? I just read something really interesting in the local news.
Hi, Mark. Yes, I was just about to make one. Let's go to the kitchen. I am always interested in the local news. What did you read about? Was it about the traffic problems on the main bridge again?
No, it was something much more positive and exciting. It was the main story on the front page of the city's online newspaper. It is about the old textile factory down by the river.
The old factory? You mean that huge, empty brick building? The one that has been abandoned for at least 20 years? It is such a sad-looking place. What is the news about it?
Well, that is the exciting part. The city council has finally approved a plan to do something with it. They are not going to demolish it. They are going to completely renovate and transform it.
Really? That is fantastic news. I saw a headline about it, but I did not have time to read the full article. So they are saving the building? What are they going to turn it into?
They are going to turn it into a brand new community arts and culture center. The article had some of the architectural drawings, and it looks incredible. They're keeping the old brick exterior, but making the inside completely modern.
A community arts center. That is a brilliant idea. Our city needs something like that. That area by the river could really use some life and positive energy. An arts center is the perfect thing for it.
I thought so too. The project is called The Loom, which is a connection to the building's history as a textile factory. The newspaper article was very detailed and explained the whole vision for the project.
The Loom. I like that name. It shows respect for the building's past. Please tell me more. What exactly is going to be inside this new center?
Well, the plan is very ambitious. The ground floor is going to be a large open space for a permanent exhibition about the city's industrial history. It will show how important the factory was for our community.
I love that. It is so important to remember our local history. My own grandfather worked in that factory for a few years when he was a young man. He always told me stories about it.
That's a wonderful personal connection. So this will be meaningful for your family. The article said they are asking local people to share old photos and stories for the exhibition. Maybe you could contribute something.
That is a fantastic idea. I have some old black and white photos of my grandfather with his colleagues outside the factory. I will have to find them. This makes the project feel very personal to me now.
It is projects like this that really build a strong sense of community. But the history exhibition is just the beginning. The other floors of the building have even more exciting plans.
More exciting than that? I am already sold on the idea. What else are they planning to include?
Okay, so on the second floor, they are building a modern art gallery. The article says it will be dedicated to showcasing the work of local and regional artists. It will give new artists a place to exhibit their paintings and sculptures.
That is desperately needed. My friend is a painter, and she always says it is so difficult to find a good gallery space that is affordable. A dedicated space for local talent would be amazing for the arts scene here.
Exactly. And next to the gallery, they're planning to build a small theater, like a black box theater.
It will have about 100 seats. It is for small, independent plays and performances.
A small theater, too? This project just keeps getting better and better. And there is still more of the building left. What about the top floor? That floor has those huge, beautiful windows.
You are right. The top floor is the best part. It gets so much natural light. They are going to divide that space into soundproofed music practice rooms and a dance studio.
Music practice rooms? You are kidding me. That is the most amazing news I have heard all year. My younger brother is a musician. He plays the electric guitar in a band, and they can never find a good place to practice.
Well, it sounds like the loom will be the solution to his problem. The article said the rooms will be available to rent for a very low hourly fee to support the local music scene.
A low fee makes all the difference. That means young bands can actually afford to use the space. My brother and his band currently practice in their drummer's garage, and the neighbors complain all the time.
I can imagine. A dedicated, soundproofed space will be perfect for them. They can be as loud as they want without bothering anyone. This center is really thinking about the practical needs of creative people in our city.
It really is. It sounds like a dream project. An art gallery for my painter friend and music rooms for my brother. Is there anything else? I feel like this building is a magical place with endless space.
There is one more thing. They are also including a large cafe on the ground floor, with big glass windows that look out onto the river. It will have an outdoor seating area for the summer.
A riverside cafe. That will be so popular. I can already imagine sitting there on a sunny afternoon with a coffee and a piece of cake, watching the boats go by. That will become a destination in itself.
I thought the same thing. It will be a place where people can meet and relax, even if they are not visiting an exhibition or watching a play. It helps make the whole building feel more open and accessible to everyone in the community.
Absolutely. A good cafe makes any public space feel more welcoming. This whole project sounds incredibly well planned. It seems like they have thought of everything.
They have. The article also talked about the practical side of things, like the budget for the renovation. It is obviously a very expensive project.
I was just about to ask about that. How is the city paying for all of this? A project of this size must cost millions of euros. Are my taxes going to go up?
That is a fair question. The journalist asked the mayor the same thing. The funding is coming from 3 different sources. A large part is from the city's budget for cultural development, which was already allocated.
Okay, so it is not new taxes. That is good to know. But that cannot be enough for the whole project. What are the other 2 sources?
The second source is a national grant for urban regeneration. The city applied for it last year and won. The grant is specifically for projects that reuse old industrial buildings. And the third part of the funding will come from private donations in corporate sponsorships. They are launching a big fundraising campaign.
That sounds like a very solid financial plan. A mix of public and private money is a smart way to fund a community project. So, did the article mention a timeline? When can my brother start practicing his guitar there?
He will have to be a little patient. It is a very big and complex renovation. The first phase of construction is planned to start early next year.
Next year is soon. That is great. How long will the entire project take to complete? I imagine renovating a huge, old building like that is not a quick job.
You are right. The official timeline for the full project is 3 years, so they are planning the grand opening for the spring of 2028. It seems like a long time, but for a project of this scale, it is probably quite realistic.
3 years. Yes, that makes sense. There will be a lot of work to do, especially on the inside, but it will be so exciting to watch the progress. I will be driving past that building with a big smile on my face from now on.
Me too. It will be amazing to see that old, forgotten part of the city come back to life. The whole neighborhood will benefit from this.
It definitely will. Having a popular cultural center there will attract more people to the area. It could encourage new shops and businesses to open nearby. It could revitalize the entire riverfront.
That is the hope. The article quoted a local business owner who was very optimistic. He said the center will bring in a lot of foot traffic, especially in the evenings and on weekends.
I can see that happening. I can imagine going to see a play at the theater and then having dinner at a nearby restaurant. It creates a whole evening out. We will have to go to the cafe together on its opening day.
That is a date. We should. It will be a historic day for our city. I am going to save the newspaper article. It will be fun to look back on it in 3 years when the center opens.
You should definitely save it. This is one of those news stories that you will remember for a long time. It is a story about positive change and community investment. It makes you feel proud of your city.
It really does. It is so nice to read good news for a change. Often the news is full of problems and conflicts, but this is a story about a solution and a bright future.
I could not agree more. This has made my day. Thank you for sharing the details with me, Mark. I am going to read the full article myself during my lunch break.
You are very welcome, Sarah. I knew you would be excited about it. It is a project that offers something for everyone. Well, our coffee is finished. We should probably get back to work.
Yes, I suppose we should, but I will be working with a lot more energy now. It is amazing how a piece of good local news can lift your spirits. Let's talk about it again soon.